Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in to Smooth Jazz Radio at 1-800. Welcome to the Labyrinth. Morning, everyone. I hope you're well on this fine day. Debating what I'm going to keep the music at. I think, that's fine. But today, you can see where I kind of left off myself personally. Might as well kind of show. I got talking and not talking up, because I have done a bit of work with this. I have a few other ideas of what I'm going to do with it, but I hope everyone's having a wonderful morning today. I know it's a crazy Thursday, and it's already, geez, early in the morning. I do hope that if it's not going well, you are having a good Thursday. I know today is mainly going to be drawing my new PNG tuber that I'm working on, as well as a few other things. The hope is to get the PNG tuber done, and then after that, we can do the emotes. God, my brain just forgot what an emote was for a second there. But, I do hope everyone is doing well on this Thursday after Valentine's Day. And honestly, doesn't matter if you have had a Valentine or not. Yesterday was just another day. And that's okay. It's okay to have just another day sometimes. But I do hope you are having a good morning so far. Always a new morning today in the Labyrinth. New day of business, per se. And boom. It's kinda... that should help. But yeah, with this new PNG tuber, it will allow me to set up something a little more permanent for a while, so that we're not stuck with the same avatar I have right now. At least that's how I kind of planned it out. Because I like to have a little bit of fanciness when it comes to drawing. Plus, then I get to add my own spin on to things. Change things up as need be. I know my allergies have been affecting me a lot recently, so that's another thing to add to my list of yay! For anyone who has seasonal allergies, you probably understand me wholeheartedly with that one. But yeah, I've been pretty okay, honestly, today. So this... my god. Line work... I've decided to name this one specifically because otherwise I'm gonna get lost with some of them. Lock... because I want to lock these. And then I'm going to make a third version that's just a derpy version. Because why the hell not? At least that's the plan. We'll see how it goes, but it just depends. I know that I need to do a bit of work on some of the stuff. My pen. I probably need to replace the battery soon. Which, fair. It happens. I do hope everyone's having a good morning, though. It's already 10 minutes in the stream and I already... Oh, that's why. I'm going the wrong fucking way. I'm dumb. I'm trying to screw my damn pen back in. So, because I sometimes have to just blow on the frickin' thing right now. Till I can get more batteries for it. Because they use a very small battery, so it's very annoying. But, you win some, you lose some with that. I do hope, though, that everyone at least gets a chance to relax today. Because it is a nice day out today, at least. Yeah, because I need to do kind of like... You know, I've heard these songs so many times before in their non-lo-fi version, and it just makes me think to myself, damn, I miss that. Because I love a lot of the video games that appear in these songs and stuff, and makes me want to go back and play some of them. Maybe I'll do that one day. Who knows? It really just depends. You know, I could have made this a lot easier on myself and just copy, paste, and then basically just... Because I could easily just... Like, I know this is cheating in its own regard, but hey, use your resources as you got them. And I can move this a bit so it... Because I think it looks a bit better like that. Just adding a little bit to it. And then for this, all I need to do is just erase, and I can add a load more. And here comes the annoying part. As anyone who draws knows, hands fucking suck. Paws just make it a little more difficult. Like, that's my biggest gripe, is paws. But sometimes you can't do anything about that. 3. Then I can just... yeah. It just doesn't look right. And it's partially because of this. Yeah, I'm just gonna redo the whole hand. Like, this is one of the many reasons I don't like drawing hands. When I don't need to, but... Like, I have other things that I could probably use as reference, or just take from, in terms of my own art, but... I need to work on hands anyway. And it's anyone who knows what it's like to draw hands in art, they know it fucking sucks. So, I can do this. I know the, stuff with my D&D group has been just bullshit recently. And I'm just here like, I don't know what you want from me. I did my job. It's honestly just more annoying than anything else at this point. You know, this is one of the few things I like about digital art over normal art, is just being able to frickin' transform stuff like that and copy things to make them, like, more even in some cases. Because it really makes life just a little bit easier on that front. And it helps. One moment. I'm opening up another fucking file at this point. Oh yeah, I forgot I cleaned out a lot of my files. Yeah, this is what I get for cleaning out a lot of my files. I could do something like this if I really wanted, but... I just need to kind of look at this, so if it's from this angle... So the hand kind of goes like this. I'll use red for this, so I can easier. So it kind of goes like this, where the thumb goes back and out like this, and the fingers go up. But that's a bit too to the side, so if I were to so what I'd need to do is something like... Because it would go more like... Not that bad. Yeah, because with this, it would show the beans here. But this is, like, really big for what it's meant to be. Then it would be beans, 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 going inward into the paw pad. And of course, this would all have to get shrunk down. Things like this would need to get moved over and moved up a bit. Like, kind of like that in a way. Okay, so... yeah, if I'm gonna do this right, I need to do it right. And then I can... yeah. Yeah, no, this doesn't look right. But it's starting to get closer. Which is what I do want, so... with a bit of finagling... and a little bit of work... I can do it similar to how I hold my hand instead of, like, what it's supposed to be. I hold my hand in a very odd way, now that I look at it. Okay. Boom. Yeah, because it's been a while since I've actually had to draw hands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this closer to an actual hand. Because my actual hand is a whole nother can of worms. Okay, so... so it kind of is like back here. It's weird, because I'm looking at my hand. So, like, with how my hand goes, it's like... and then you got... and then it goes. So it's like a very weird look for the side, but that's kind of how it would have to look. And this is in the background, so it would be a little bit tinier. So if I can kind of... because I want to get this hand right. And then, of course... that goes like this. Then we get the one that goes like... And then... Do-do. It's weird because I'm having so much trouble drawing this hand today. But I know what I'm trying to draw. I know what the issue is with this. It also needs to bulge out a little more. Ba, 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 ba. I don't know why I just did that, but yeah, it should be something like this. And it would kind of go... And then... Good thing I'm starting to get a hang of this. I should have warmed up this morning, but I forgot. Dun, 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 dun. I love Pokemon music so much. Like, Pokemon being part of my childhood for years, it's kind of crazy to look back at now and look at where it is now as a series. Especially with my knowledge nowadays. And I know some people are like, oh, Pokemon's getting easier. It's like, that's not the full truth in all reality. In all reality, we know the type matchups, we understand more about the actual mechanics of the game. Like, it's literally just a thing of understanding more nowadays compared to when we were younger and when we may have started the series. And it's kind of crazy to look at now, especially with everything, because it's really changed a lot as a series since I was younger, and just in general. And actually, when I see the veins pop out, they kind of go like this. And I'm gonna want to just kind of... Because it kind of goes a little like... Yeah. I could do this, but that would be unrealistic. Like, I've spent a lot of time with, like, Pokemon and games similar. And it's kind of crazy now to look at it. Especially with, like, what I know. Like, just in general. And my fingers are not picking up because frickin' they don't want to. I think this can be moved in just a tiny bit more. There we go. Okay, there we go. Because I'm kind of like, keep some of this so it looks nice enough. Because it's a very odd thing to look at now. Okay. Edit. Paste. And now for the fun one. Just small bit of openness too. Because I've drawn a bit of derp in my lifetime. Fun fact about that the one derpy image I use, I actually drew that with a few of my old friends. I haven't talked to some of them in a long time, and I wonder how they're doing. Makes me wonder. I just need to do a bit of work on the tongue. Because if I do this right... The hard part is always the tongue. And I technically could do it, like, off to the side. Like, I could kind of do something like this, with, like, a bit of open mouth. Which, honestly, might not be the worst idea. Though, then again, I can also open up the old file. I know I have it in my stickers. Is it in redo or normal stickers? It's in redo, isn't it? It's somewhere. I know it is. That's how I can use it. I might be blind. There's Blep. Oh, there's Derp. So instead of doing like the smile, I can literally just... And then I can just... So yeah, if I'm gonna do this, I'm also gonna want to change the eyes. And it's gonna look better when I got the color in. Also, these look horrifying when you stack them all on top of each other. Like, in general. They do look kind of horrifying. Like, imagine seeing this coming towards ya. It's kind of terrifying, isn't it? Like, just in general. We'll start with the base. So, with this base one, I just am going to take the color from my character. Just make this easy for myself and just double check. Okay, good. Boop. I always set down a base layer of sorts on a lot of these, and then I go afterwards through a bunch of it. Yep, that went through into the wrong area. But yeah, like with this, I can just now I can see where there's some spots I might need to fix, etc. Because orange is actually surprisingly good at doing that. One of the nice things about having an orange Sona, you can find issues pretty easily. You know, I do have some games I want to play on stream eventually. Now, either I could do the white eyes, or I could do the darker eyes. We just gotta see what looks better. But that's a future thing. For now, we need to just clean up the spaces that don't need this. Because either way, it was going to get into every crevice. So the whole point is literally just to get those crevices filled early so that we can just remove it. And that helps a lot for me. I know everyone draws in a different way, and for me it really just depends what I'm drawing and how I'm drawing the thing, and since I'm going for a more cartoony style, I decided to do this. I know I do need to make a new ref for my Sona eventually, I just keep forgetting. Like, that's one of the biggest things I keep forgetting I need to do, and just push it off, is making a new ref. I might do that on stream one day, who knows? I just know today is chill vibes, drawing, and relaxing. I know, I've been working a bit on some of this. There we go. I do hope everyone's doing well. I know, I'm nervous about the new Minecraft update. I'm just hoping that, like, because I heard from one source composters don't work anymore with redstone, but I've heard from another source that they do. And so I don't know, so I'm going to need to test that eventually. But I know I'm nervous about the redstone stuff in general. And I'm just hoping they fix some of it. Because it would be really nice if they could. I know, yeah, I've been doing a lot of that stuff in the background, just questioning on that, because I know it affects what I'm going to do in my Minecraft world for stream. I know we're getting a Terraria update this year, so that's going to be fun. I know within the next couple of years, from the looks of it, they're planning to release Silk Song, so that might be a stream game. Ori and the Blind Forest and Will-o'-the-Wisps are going to be stream games, is my guess. What else do I want to be a stream game? There's a few others that I might do, might not do. I know I'm going to do the new Stardew update when it comes out. Like, that's a for sure. We're going to continue the modded series. What else? I might add more mods to the modded series one day. We might do, like, a different version of the expanded, like, where we add more places and stuff. Though it kind of just depends. But, like, I have a bunch of ideas of what I could do. I just need to figure it out. Plus, it's not like I can do it on this laptop for some of them. Once I get my desktop done and get the things I need for it, and by the way, I did call and check in. Nope, nothing's arrived yet, so yay. But the big plan is to just get it ready eventually. And we'll see where it kind of goes from there. Because I know some of it's just going to be more annoying than anything else. So, we'll just have to see what happens. I know that once I do get my, like, PC up and running, art streams will only be done on my laptop, and it will probably become more noticeable. But it's mainly because my laptop allows me to do this a lot easier. My hope, though, is that we can get some things done in the future. I know I want to learn more about animation, like, just in general, but it's going to take some time. Like, I can't make very smooth animations all the time, but we'll figure it out. I know one thing I've been working on in the background that I haven't done a lot in terms of animation with, mainly because I'm still working on it and getting the idea written down, is a new follow thing. So I can move the one I have now to subscribers, if I get affiliate. But it would but I'm just kind of leaning into this labyrinth thing at this point. Might as well, you know. Like, that's just kind of what I thought to myself is, you know what, might as well lean into it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And so I'm working on making a follower emote that's the labyrinth doors opening. And depending on how many frames I'm allowed to put into Twitch, which I know it's very limited, so I need to look into it, especially for that. Because I know, like, with stream elements and stuff for the alerts, it has a limit. So I need to look at what the limit is. And depending on what the limit is, I will go from there. But, yeah, when I figure out the limit, I can better figure out what I'm gonna do fully with it. Because I know the limit is somewhere in there. It just... Because I've uploaded some pretty long GIFs, but also some pretty short GIFs, and the long GIFs usually have issues, I've noticed. So I need to be smart about it. And once I can figure out the exact, like, golden point, that's gonna help a lot. Because with that exact golden point, then I can just boop, and it's golden. Because I know, like, when things are exported to GIFs and stuff, they just look so much more crunchy in a lot of cases. And it gets really annoying. But you win some, you lose some on that. I'm just hoping that it works. Because if it does work, it's going to save me a lot of time and a lot of effort. You know, it's crazy because the whole thing of this is I'm just going to be copy and pasting this to 3 separate files for no talk derp, and then talking. Like, that's kind of how I'm going to separate this out into files. So, yay. But it's going to be a lot nicer than what we have. Be a bit more smooth. And what I'm going to do for the no talk is make it just a little bit darker so it, like, you can tell when I'm not speaking. I also need to tweak the frickin' settings a bit to see, okay, what picks up on what thing, like, is it affected by the music or not? For my um little talking thing, so I can figure out the exacts of like, okay, how can I do this? And that's kind of what I gotta do. It's annoying, but sometimes you just gotta do it. I know for me, though, like, I'm just hoping that it all works out in the end. Because it's just an annoying process as I move some things. Like, as you can see here, like, I can't even use some of the effects naturally because it fucks with this. And it sucks, but yeah, it's just how it works, and it's honestly kind of annoying. I can think of one way maybe that could work. You know, if I ever got the chance to play like a Switch game on stream or something, like if I ever got a Switch that I could connect to my computer instead of my normal Switch Lite I use for personal use, um, I would totally play like one of the Zelda games or Pokemon. Like I'd play some of those. Like I've actually thought about if I had it what I would play, and those are some of the main games I would definitely play. Like, I am a big fan of Zelda and Pokemon, and they've been part of my life for so long that it's just like, you know what? Why the fuck not would I not do it? Like, if I could get the ROMs to work and stuff, and figure that stuff out, that would be great, because then I could do it easily. Because with the 3DS, I need a separate video capture card that fits into the 3DS, while also making sure it can stay I can still charge it. Then I need to connect it to a whole nother subsection, and it's just this very long, arduous process that, like, good luck finding the right stuff for it. That's what, and like, especially for cheap. Ugh, it's not cheap. That stuff is extremely expensive. Also, I can close that, so. Like, it gets super duper expensive, and it really is kind of insane. Because those expenses add up after a point. And because I don't make money off any of these streams yet, due to not being an affiliate, it just doesn't have the same, like, worth as much as I'd like it to. Because I want to do cool stuff on stream, I just don't have that type of money all the time. Thanks, society. But yeah, like, I've tried a few things, but my biggest hope is to get it working one day, so that I can play some of those games online, or just on stream. Because I would totally do something like a Nuzlocke on stream, where I name each of the Pokemon after someone in stream, or something like that. I think that would be quite fun. Just small things like that make such a difference in some cases for just enjoyment factor, because they're games I enjoy a lot. And that's kind of the thing that I have to do every time I'm like streaming, is I play games I enjoy, I do things I enjoy, because I'm more likely to have better reactions, but also it's just easier for me to talk in some cases. And I want to try new games on stream. Hell, that's why I have a suggestions channel on my Discord. Exclamation mark Discord in the chat. But even then, it's like I've spent so long with some of these things that it's just added up. And I'm fine with that, like, it happens. things add up. But it's still interesting to kind of look at it now and see everything, knowing that, yeah, I do this now as a side hobby for fun. I'd love it if I could make money off this and make it a job. Don't expect to, but it'd be cool if it was. Because honestly, it just means I get to do stuff I like. Because it's like I was already starting to look into studying film and other stuff um, with like psychology, and I think it's so dumb to me that you don't need to take a science class to learn psychology. At least for me, I don't need to take a science class to take psychology, but I need a math class to take certain art subjects. It's like I did better on my SAT than my frickin' science one. Like, the fuck? It just felt super weird. And it's funny because I actually retook the test to get a better grade to see if that was it. I got the exact same grade. Apparently. Which is funny. Because I remember the woman saying to me, "You got the exact same grade twice in a... How the hell did you do that?" Like, she was so confused, and I honestly never have seen anyone that confused over a test thing, so... Anyway, it was still a really interesting thing, because I'm just here like, damn. I know my hope here is to figure out a little bit more so I can just do more. But we'll see kind of where that goes. Because I know I got some plans, I just need time to do some of them, and if I can get that desktop built, that's going to help a lot. Because I got some big plans that you guys are going to love. Because they are some very interactive ones, as well as some that are less interactive, but just fun in general, where you get to see me frickin' almost shit myself at times, maybe. Who knows? I don't play a lot of horror games. I watch a lot because I like horror, but I don't play a lot. So we'll kind of see what happens with that. I just know that I love horror games, and I'm excited to see what happens. Because if I do play some, I got a few that I can play. I know I need more friends if that would be willing to play if I were to do like Phasmophobia on stream, because I have Phasmo. Freaking amazing game. I haven't played since like the first few updates and stuff because I just don't have friends that play it anymore. It's just like, but friends? Don't you want to play? And I really do suck at learning new stuff without friends because I get social anxiety in actual voice chats with new people, like especially in games like that, because I worry, okay, if I fail, they're gonna be so pissed at me, aren't they? And it leads to me not doing as well as I should. Which says something about me as a person. Says a lot about me as a person, actually. Like, I'm just one of those people. I guess I'm weird in that way, but that's okay. No one said it's bad to be weird after all. If anything, being weird is quite nice. I know that, yeah, I don't expect this stream to be as long as the other streams, mainly due to a few things I gotta do. we'll see how long it goes. Like, I'll drag it out as much as I can, but can't make any promises that it will stay dragged out. So, sorry about that in advance. Because I feel like I need to apologize for that. And I know I do, like... I do enjoy a lot of the stuff I do on stream. And I know that I've been doing a lot of Minecraft and Stardew lately because it's just what I've been enjoying a lot recently that I can play on stream. Because there's another thing I've been enjoying a lot, but I know I can't play it on stream without having to change a bunch of stuff through tags, and also worrying about TOS even then because it has some pretty fucked up shit on it. But that's besides the point. Like, I know I want to do more on stream. I just need better equipment and time, and that's what sucks about it. That's one of the things I always found interesting about Minecraft is you can have pretty shit equipment or pretty good equipment and it still sometimes just sucks. But when I do get a new build, we could even do modded Minecraft and stuff. Oh, how I love modded Minecraft. I'll also be looking at like changing some of my values, but there's certain values I'm just not going to change because I like them the way they are. Like, I don't give a fuck about smooth lighting. I know I'm kind of weird for that, but meh. Yeah, because I want to make sure these eyes look alright. Because they are important. Aw. Could you say no to this face? I couldn't. I'd just give him all my worldly possessions. Jokes aside, though, so this is no talk. And then time for the shading. And we can kind of I do like doing shading quite a bit, especially in real life, because it can be some of the most fun. I need like a darker purplish blue. Because I know, as a person, I enjoy myself quite a bit. Like, in certain hobbies of mine, like, I bake. I bake a lot. If you have never baked, like, cookies or brownies and stuff, as, like, a stress relief, I highly suggest it. It's quite nice. It's actually surprisingly nice when you get, like, the chance to. I suggest trying. I'm gonna want this. Like, baking is a very fun hobby for me, and I enjoy it a lot. And I know not everyone enjoys those types of hobbies, but that's okay. I enjoy it enough, and that is okay for me. I'm debating how much I even want to do with some of this. Yeah, no, this just doesn't look right. I think this is fine. Because it just adds a tiny bit. And, like, let's say I want to add, like, a bit of shading anywhere. It would kind of be like... something like this. I've spent so long on some of these projects just for the fun of it, but also just to add little bits here and there, and sometimes you just gotta redo parts, and it sucks, but it's normal for me. So I want to go through some of these and just... There we go. Yeah, because I kind of want to... Because I can easily do something like this. Then I can take this, make it a 17 instead, and just... Then... Boom. And then add a little bit of that around here. With like a 7 instead. As well as like here. Just small stuff, and it adds a tiny bit. It adds enough to look nice. Edit, copy, edit, paste. Derp. Okay, so... And then we got... Oh, that's not helping me. Yeah, now I'm seeing why it was being annoying. Okay, so... So I'm going to move these. Cancel. I'm going to specifically move these. And then I can just easily... Boom. Okay, so... Need a bit of this. And I can just lightly... Because if I do this right, then I can just easily put things back. I think kind of having like this more mixed look is okay for now. I just need to do a bit of work on erasing some of these outlines. But that's okay. Because I can just easily... Whoop. I don't know if how many of you guys have played certain games, but what's the game called? I don't know if you've heard... Oh my god. It's a frickin' old platformer. It's a really old platformer. Oh my god, what's it called? It's a lot older of a platformer than some of the ones now. Brain. I'm gonna remember it in like a few days or something and be like, that's who it fucking was! Or something like that. Because that's gonna be me. I'm just gonna be like, that's who it was. And it's gonna annoy me now. Because I know it's somewhere in my mind. Bum, 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 bum. You know, sometimes it's just good to go around some of these and just clean up in areas. You know, this looks kind of funny, not gonna lie. And now for the annoying one. Where we're gonna have talk. That's spelled weird and I don't care. Because this is where I'm gonna kind of... Yeah. Da, 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 da. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna... There we go. I know for me, I'm just about this, but at least it's nicer than what we have, is my thought. My main hope, though, is that this will look nice when I am done. Maybe some days I'll just completely switch the talking thing and no talking thing from derp to non-derp. Who knows? I might just surprise you guys. Just go, boo! Bet I scared you, didn't I? Wow. God, I'm such a weirdo. Honestly, though, I do enjoy being a weirdo on stream and just chilling with you guys, gals, non-binary pals. It's cozy. I know there's some things that don't constitute cozy anymore, but whatever. Doesn't need to be all the same and normal stuff that someone might constitute with cozy. Cozy is subjective. I mean, to some people, Subnautica is a horrifying fucking game. But to others like me, something about the aesthetic is very cozy. So, take that as you will. You ever wonder what's going on, like, inside someone's head? I don't know why, I just thought of the frickin' aneurysm image that, like, animates and with a reverb fart effect. I don't know why. You know, if I were to put every thought of mine into a meme compilation, like every memey thought, it would be so weird. You know, that could be a fun idea for a stream. Get, like, someone to help moderate some of the memes for me to make sure they're, like, TOS safe and stuff. And just go over some of your guys' memes. That could be fun. Be it in Discord or whatever else. That could be fun. Though I'd probably need a bigger community for that. Probably. But who knows? Never know till you try. I know, one thing I need to do is just frickin'... At this point, I've debated just driving up to where I need to go for the parts to... Because I know they don't have it and they're trying to get in. I'm just debating going to Amazon and then driving up and asking for a refund. But it's also more expensive on Amazon. And I'm like, do I wanna... So I need to talk to my dad about it, probably, because depending on if he'll use them for, like, because, like, I'm willing to, like, if we decide to do it, because I know he's an IT guy, so he might want to use some of them, and I might just be like, hey, if you want them, you can just take them, and just be like, all you really need to do for it is just, I don't know, something like, let's just go out and grab something to eat or something, like takeout, I don't know. So at least I'm getting some money's worth from it? I don't know. Though if I were to get takeout from somewhere, I'd have to figure out where. It's been a while. You know, Wendy's has some pretty good food. Okay, hot take. Burger King is not that bad. As everyone says, it's not that bad in my opinion. I'm just gonna say that now. Flame me all you want for it. I like Burger King. Okay, so... For this, I'm gonna do it like... Which one is this? Oh, shit. I'll put it in this one. You know, this is looking pretty cute. I'd cuddle this guy.
10 out of 10 would cuddle again. And then I can add like some frickin'... Dang, what is this one? Oh, it's this. Doop. That should hopefully help a bit. You know what? Fuck it. Oh my... I pressed that. It's just annoying. Hope that's a bit big, but... yeah, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna keep, like... because the good thing is I already had part of this done, so I don't need to worry too much about it. No, this is cute. And of course... remove the background. Just give me a moment to save all these in different ways, so... save as... talking... PNG... derp... save as... derp... PNG... and then... save as... Clip Studio... talking clip... and then save as... PNG... no talk. There! Oops, accidentally bumped my mic. Now that we got those done, we'll be able to switch between them and stuff if I decide to add them. But yeah, we can pull up a new file and we can just kind of sketch a bit. Try and come up with ideas. Because sometimes that's just all you gotta do. Because sometimes ideas can come from nothing. Other times they come from something. And you just never know until you do a few random things. I mean, I could have a hydration one. But I mean, that's only if I get the emote slots and stuff. Because you need a certain amount of stuff if you're gonna get, like, emote slots for things. You know, I got an idea. I know this is a weird one, but I could technically bring one of my other Sonas into this too if I really wanted. Just debating how I'm gonna do this. I'd need an animation folder for it, thinking about it, and that would be hours of work that may or may not get finished. Sometimes you just don't know what you want to do, and that's okay. But with a little bit of thought and a little bit of sketching, you might figure it out one day. Like, I can grab my phone here and look at some of the emotes I have. Like, I could do a tippy tap emote, or... we do need a hype emote. We don't really have a hype emote. So if we were to do a hype emote, it'd probably be something along the lines of... yeah, it'd be somewhere along the lines of this. And of course, I'd probably go for a weird little face thing. Like, I can do the opposite way. I just, I don't know what it is about drawing to the left. I just always kind of end up doing it. I just need to figure out how I'm going to do the face. But kind of something like this could work. I got an idea. Like, if I go on to, like, let's look at hype and look at images at how some people do hype. That's literally just the word hype. How about hyping up? Because I'm just thinking, yeah, because a lot of people put their arms. It just depends. There's not a lot of good reference images. I will tell you that now. There are not good reference images. But if I were to use a reference, I don't know what I'd use other than maybe other Twitch emotes, but even then. I mean, there is Goob hype, I guess. That's kind of cute. There's one that's literally just the word hype on one of the channels I've seen. Like, I don't want a really long snout or anything. I want it to be short and sweet. Where, like, I can... You know, this would be one of the nice points to, like, have an easier character to draw. Because I'm like, I can look at my hype emotes I got. I got an idea. I'm looking at one of a cat right now. And it's just cute because it's like... Its arms are like... And it's just like really happy. But it's given me inspiration for how I can do this. I could either do the eyes open or eyes closed. And I'll kind of look at how I want to do it, because I could also do really weird eyes, too. Two giant bulbous ones. And then I can kind of do that. Because of how I am as a person and me wanting things to look nice, let's just kind of... I know that these arms are weird looking, but... I mean, I could go for a more, like, cartoony style. Oh my god, I just had a really dumb idea. But, like, if we were to do, like, a style like this, I'd probably need to move this arm in, actually, quite a bit. And it would probably get moved into, like, here. It just really depends. Like, it'd be kind of like here. I think for now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to shrink. And I just got to remember, yeah, there's also ears. Let's look at another idea in my head, and also just because I'm looking at some of the natural Twitch emotes too. There's just a lot of them are just head, like something head type thing. I mean, I could literally just make it hype, but that would just be boring. So if I'm gonna do this right, we'll take the head. We could make it very cartoony. With a little bit of stuff like, for example, just finger guns. That could be a funny little emote, finger guns. Yeah, a lot of these hype emotes are very specific, and to find the right one, because I could do it like that, or like this, and give it a bit more front facing, where, because no matter what, I think the mouth being open would be great. God, this looks really janky in just sketch form. I know, like, oh my gosh, I just need to figure out how I'm gonna do it. Because if I went for a more, like, thick style and stuff, I could just... But I know I want the arms raised. These are really bad looking. Not gonna lie. I'm basically gonna make a few of these, because this is kind of the process I go through constantly for just making things in general. I go through this process of just, okay, what if I try this? And then I could do something like this, where it's, oh my god, this could be a table flipping emote. Like, in all reality, it could be a table flip emote. By the way, thanks, Tiki. I'm glad you like it. I'm just going through these slowly on, like, ideas. There's one I'm thinking of. Though if I were to do it, it would kind of be more, instead of a tiny head, it would be more big-headed, cartoon style. And I could kind of do a bit of this. Just, sorry. But yeah, like, and then maybe, because I'm just debating how I would do this right. And it's difficult because there's so many, like, possibilities. Like, we could go for a more, like, hands up like this, chibi style. And then, like, we have the mouth here type thing, but I'll add that to the list of possibilities. And we might just do a mixture of things, too. I don't know why I actually did that, because there's a lot of these that I could do in terms of possibilities. I have another idea, and it requires a bit more work. And it requires putting Kaya's in some boots. Frickin' with a cane. Kaya's with a cane. Better hype the fuck up or I'm gonna hit you over the head with a cane. What weird shit am I thinking of for emotes related to possible hype? I could do a two-part emote with like little Kaya's stuff. Give him like full just pure chaotic energy. I could do something like that. Make him go up and down. Maybe. These are just things I'm thinking about. This is what it's like for me whenever I'm going through all these different possibilities. I could also do one where Kaya's is like looking down a bit and it's full up, like arm in the air for hype. I could even do the frickin' sign if you know what it is. Oh wait, it's supposed to be this finger. Frickin' pointer and thumb out in the air. Actually, it would kind of look like this. I mean, this could be a pretty good one. Full-on Leon-esque. Leon! 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 Like, these are all ideas I got. I mean, I could also just do a dancing Kai's. I could do that, but eh. I could do a boy kisser emote. Okay, let's just kind of look at what's the best from here. A lot of them have the arms up in the air. I think of all these, I like this one, and this one the most. So maybe combining this trifecta here. So kind of going for the more, let's kind of look down aspect of it. And using that to our advantage with maybe both hands up. Kind of like this. And then maybe something like that. Eh. But yeah, if I'm gonna... You know what? There, now I can give myself more space. But yeah, like with these, I got a few ideas. I think I'm gonna stick to this one and maybe mix it with this and this specifically. It's a very difficult thing to figure out how I'm gonna do, but I got some ideas. I could keep the very cartoony style. God, how did I do it the first time? Jesus. I could do that with the little happy noise, like, and then have one arm. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this well. I don't even know how I did it the way I did. I did it like once, and from there, it just kind of happened. Oh my god, that doesn't even look right. And then do something like this. Where like we got these happy eyes and stuff, like yeah, the face looks a bit weird and janky, but I don't care. It's a sketch. And what we could do is go from here. Yeah, I frickin' have no clue. You know what? I got an idea. So let's say I take this and make it a bit bigger. So if I wanted to take this base sketch I got and this base sketch I got, if I were to put them together over each other, I got an idea. So, I'm gonna draw this. We'll just go over my old stuff. And we will kinda do this. But then, for this other part, it just doesn't look right that way. So what I could do is just remove this part. It doesn't look right is the thing. I honestly might just go for this. Like, I know it's kind of basic, but it just feels the easiest to, like, work with for me, I guess. Because the other one's nice. I could just do both of them as separate emotes, in all honesty. I mean, what's the worst that happens? I mean, you watched me do this on stream. So it's not like I not doing shit. Like, unless you guys have a better idea, but I might just leave it up to the chat to decide in the future, which they like more. I could just finish both of them. Like, I could put that up in, like, the Discord or something. Like, that could technically work. Yeah, because until I figure it out, that's definitely going to be a thing. But yeah, I'm going to go with the cartoon logic stuff and just, yay, people happy. I could even just, because in all honesty, I could go as crazy as I want. I could even just, honestly, if I were to do anything, it'd probably be like this. I could even do it like this. I think that would probably look better. Just let it stare into your soul. And then I could probably, like, add the wings in the background or something. Maybe even something like... Even if I don't add the wings and stuff, I could still add, like, effect stuff. I could also give him something to hold. What could I give him to hold? I could I could give him a cane. Yeah! That could be funny. Give him a little cane. If not a cane, maybe give him a pipe bomb. I don't know. Actually, it looks more like a stick of dynamite. Could give him a hoe. What do you have there? A scythe! No! Could give him two daggers. Or nothing. Could put a giant, like, loaf of bread. Or a couch. Wait. Baguette! Um, could put a giant sourdough loaf. Could put little hats. Wait, I could put tiny versions of him on top. And on those tiny versions of him are even tinier versions of him, which then go to tiny. These are just things that are popping into my brain. Save as hype. There, now I have that saved. Because I could totally do something like that. Haha, I'll give him a stick. I could. I could put a dragon in his hands. Maybe some cloth. Could put a towel that he rolled up. Or maybe even his own tail. Like, I got my tail! Could do that. Though it'd probably be pretty painful. You know, the longer I look at this, the creepier it looks. Like, I'm looking at this, and it's kind of creepy. Like, in all honesty. I mean, I could technically, like, commission artists to do this for me, but that would be boring. I could give him a little sunflower. That'd be cute. A little sunflower. Could give him one of those really long microphones. Stand and all. Maybe even a guitar. Or a banjo. What else could work? Now I'm just thinking of what we could put in his hands. Oh my god, I just had a really dumb idea. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I'm gonna pull this up and I'm gonna use this. Swear to God, if you're a fake PNG, I swear to God. This better be a freaking, um, PNG. It's a lie! It was a lie! 'Is this a lie too? They're all lies! I just want to put a PNG image of a cat. Transparent doggo. Actually, this could work too. Let's see if this works. No! It's all a lie. It was all a lie. The transparent PNG was all a lie. I could put Twitch chat here. Actually, I could even put a sign with hype. That could work. I'd need to think about it. Uh, I'm just thinking of new things I could put in his frickin' hands now. Could give him a giant inhaler. Um, what else could work? Nunchucks? Could work too. Womp. Womp. I don't know. Either way. Let's go back to something. So that's another one we can do. Let's try to come up with more emote ideas. That's kind of the whole point of this, is just coming up with emote ideas. Or I could just, like, paint something. You know what? That would actually be kind of fun. Let's get a nice sky blue. Yeah. Paint with a nice sky blue. Make sure you paint well. I love painting in this. It's fun. It's actually kind of relaxing. I could turn one of these paintings into an emote just for the fuck of it. I know the whole point of this is literally just to paint over all of this with a nice wash of watercolor. Yeah, I wish I knew what, like, worked and what didn't with certain things. Like, as someone who has done this for a long time, there's some things I just don't fully understand in art. Like, just because it's so confusing and weird. Which says a lot about me. But main point right now is to get this wash down. And I'm gonna put a little white over it. And you'll see why. And if I were using a real brush, it'd be more like this. In all reality. I'd be kind of doing stuff like this. But this should hopefully help make that nice background that I want for, like, a weird sky. with some like stratus clouds. And grab a smaller brush. Grab some greens. Start with that. Nice green background. Kind of outline all this with that green. Figure out how I want certain things to shape. Good thing I can actually redo stuff too. Then of course we got the deeper bluff. And similar. And I can just kind of go behind this. Grab a bit darker of a green. Oop, accidentally grabbed that. Bit darker of a green. Just make this look a bit nicer. I always keep doing that. Sometimes all you need to do is just work a little with this. It's the thing with paint. Sometimes that's all you need. A little less darkness on the green. Get a bit of that. Add a little bit of yellow. A little bit of yellow can make a huge difference. And I want this to be a little darker, actually. Sometimes with paint, you gotta just use several colors of several types to create the right look. I really do enjoy painting quite a lot. I've thought about like getting back into painting more, like IRL. I just haven't had much time to. I really should take some time to do that. No, that's too light. Since I don't really have a side thing to like test the color of the paint, it helps to just be able to do that. Then of course we got the mossy path. Then with the mossy path, that helps. And it basically and that should help quite a bit to get like, okay, this is where the path is. I'd use smaller brushes and stuff to show like the difference if I were in real life, in all honesty. Oop, I accidentally made that smaller. I meant to click something else. Big oops. God damn it, I keep doing it. That's what I get for moving my hand in weird ways. I accidentally bump a key and it's a hotkey for something, which really is annoying. But yeah, like, nah, I'm gonna redo this road. It doesn't look right. Yeah, I'm gonna do something like this. There we go. And then I can, like, do a smaller. And then slowly. And with a bit of time, different variations of this greenish gray, etc. I can do it. And I think with the smaller brush, it kind of adds a little more texture. In its own little ways. But hey, it's making this look a bit nicer, slowly. It's funny, you know? I can also use this fingertip as an actual, like, fingertip. It's really nice. Because honestly, if it were me, I'd be doing stuff like this with my fingertip. Kind of fading it into the background a little. Just stuff like that. And then I'd add like little bits of green in. And then use my fingertip to just add a little bit of that. Mix it in a little. Give that worn path look. Add a bit of this. Then a bit of this. Like, this is kind of what I do in real life. When it comes to painting, I try all these different methods and looks. Then what I can do is I can take something like this with a darker color and just go in here a bit. Add like the texture. Vum, 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 vum. And it adds small bits of texture over time. Just takes some time. Because then I try other textures on top of it and then lightly mix it in and similar. And you'll notice you can see just light versions of it. But yeah, like, sometimes that's all you need is the small stuff. And of course, then you got this outside part, which honestly I can just, yeah, because you won't see a lot of that stuff. Bum, bum, bum. But yeah, I'm hoping that will help quite a bit. Then I can, like, for example, take a more deep, if not green, like gold, to show off, like, oh yeah, these are fields of wheat here. Because it adds a little effect. Do, 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 do. Because a little bit of work can make a difference with this stuff. I love paint. Did it again. Streamer is always tabbing and moving things. I really need to figure out how to switch that hotkey. Because it's annoying. But, like, you can kind of see now that it's like... Yeah, I've spent quite a bit of time with these. And then I can just do what I do. Gives that little effect. Then there's always that one rock I do, just to practice. I always try some form of natural formation of rock. Be it, in this case, a formation of marble. Bits of darkness in there. Yeah, because marble is an interesting rock. And I can do a bit with the darker. Just need time. Then I can... There we go. Because sometimes that's all you need, is just a little bit of time and effort into it. Of course, marble also has those deeper colors in it, where you get those patches. And it also depends on the type of marble. It depends on the sediment in it. I believe sediment it is. I'd have to double check, actually. It depends on the materials in it as well. Like most rocks, marble is weird. Okay, so I can kind of add like bits of this and bits of white in. But then I can like, with some of these I can just, and it just looks so much nicer with just a little bit of work. Little bits of shine to the golden fields. Oh, my eye itches. Yeah, I know for me, like, I'm feeling the storm coming and stuff, and I know I got other random shit I gotta do today that I'm going to have to end stream early anyway for. So, yay. But yeah, like, I'm just doing a bit of work. I do enjoy this, though. Oop, wrong brush. But yeah, you can say what you think before, after. This is kind of where I'd use my pinky, honestly. And I'm using it like how I would use a normal thing. Like, I'm using this as just a small little warm-up, mess-up thing. I'd actually use a bit bigger of a brush for this. Kind of add a bit more to the stratus clouds. Then, of course, I'd want a bit darker. Then a bit darker. Bit too dark, but I could fix that. Then, of course, this is where I'd put my finger to use. Take that as you will. But with just a bit of finger blend and a bit more paint, even these darker stratus clouds can end up looking just a little bit lighter. There we go. And then I can use this a bit to push in parts, push out some areas. Because I really do like clouds and stuff. I think what I'm going to do is just push this in just a little. There we go. Because sometimes you just gotta go over some of this and add little bits. Like, because I want it to look nice, but not too bad, like, fucked up. Hey, Shit Spy. I hope you're well today. I'm just doing a bit of art. I'm alright. It's been a while. How are you on this fine Thursday? I know for me, I need to lighten that up a little. Of course, I'm gonna want to make this a little bit smaller. I'm just kind of chilling here. Do a bit with this. Darker green as well. Then a little. Just adding a little bit here and there. Make a console game out of boredom and waiting for a takeout order to arrive. That's fair. I know for me, I'm still waiting for my frickin' PC parts to get in, and it's really pissing me off now. Because it's just been so long. It's like, it's been so long, and it's so annoying at this point. This is looking better. But yeah, like, for what I'm doing here, and of course, on this top part, I think what I'm gonna do gonna kind of like get the light shining, I guess. Nah, doesn't look right. Making a stock trading simulator turn-based strategy. Interesting. Yeah, for me, I am literally just trying to make some rolling fields, which I am not as good at as I may think or say. Because rolling fields are a lot easier said than done. I don't know if you heard about it, but there's a new Minecraft mob called the Bogged. I'm really hoping, though, that composters do work in the new snapshot with redstone still. Because if they don't, that's the biggest loss. Because I've heard they work and they don't work now, and I'm, like, really worried about that. So I might, like, when I get free time eventually, do a bit onto that. But, yeah. Another thing to add to my list to look at. But yeah, I've just done a bit today. We did the new PNG tuber look that I am gonna be using. Um, we did a bit of drawing for possible emotes, specifically hype. Um, I mentioned that I'm gonna be ending a bit earlier today than 4 hours in due to some personal stuff I need to do. I'm torn whether or not I should add graphics. One hand would love to keep purely constant because steal the code for generating candlestick charts to make me look smart. Honestly, it's up to you, but I would say, like, do what you think would be fun. Like, you don't need to look smart to be a good game maker. It really just matters that it works, and I think one of the biggest things that is dumb to me is, oh, all games must look realistic, which is the biggest bullshit ever, in my opinion. Because there are such things as stylization that not a lot of people think about. And I think that's something you should think on when making it. Because I think, no matter what, yeah. It's okay, don't worry. I understand wanting some takeout. Honestly, if I already get takeout, I don't know where it'd come from. Maybe Wendy's? Ooh, Panera could be good. Burger King's also good. Really just depends. Like, I'm honestly proud of myself for getting as far as I have in art. Like, for anyone who thinks they can't do good in art, just remember this. You don't have to be a masterpiece maker like Michelangelo or whatever else. To make art, it's subjective. It's not about the finished product as much as it is the process. The process is what makes us who we are. It is what makes a whole difference. And that's something that's important to remember. Because that process is what helps us get a bunch of this to look the way it does. Like, I could spend a few minutes on something, or I could spend hours on something. And it really just depends what I want to spend it on. Because, in all honesty, I don't know what I would spend it all on. I might draw for hours on end, but some days I just don't want to draw much at all, and I'll spend just a few minutes drawing. And yet, every bit of time I do, I'm learning something new. It creates its own narrative, yeah, but it also creates a whole new feeling and thought process behind the art when you get used to trying these different things, these different meanings in the art. And I would highly suggest trying it because it makes a huge difference. Like, just little bits do. Small things. That's all you need to think about sometimes. It's the same thing with making games and other forms of mediums. Sometimes you just need to take some time and think. This is where I'd kind of like use a napkin or a towel to like sap up some of that wateriness of the watercolor. This is where I wish I could like change like dry brush versus non-dry brush a bit, because what I'd do is I think I might have it. Do I have a how does oh, that's a bit too big. What about this? Eh. Like, in all honesty, though. Yep, that works. And basically what I want is a little bit of that. Yeah, this is about as good as I can get. And that's what sucks because, like, if I had normal um, dry brush, I could make this look a lot nicer. What about friction? Actually, that could work quite a bit. Adding a bit of that to the edge. Nah. Like, in all honesty, though, there's so much that can be changed. Like, look at the size of that and how it looks. It just doesn't look right. And that's one of the hard things about not having, like, the actual brushes and stuff in this. And I know I could spend, like, a few hours going through and trying to make the perfect brush, but eh, in all honesty. Because if I'm gonna do that, I'd be doing a lot of brushes at once. And there's probably some people who created some of those already, but I wouldn't know. But sometimes, all you need is a little bit of help. Ooh. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is... Thinking about it again. Sorry, I was reading something real quick. But yeah, like, hmm. You ever wonder, like, what would happen if some of these games came out nowadays, how buggy they might be, etc., how they might look? And then what I can do is a little bit of... Now this is looking a bit better. It's not perfect, but does it need to be? Just gonna do a bit of this. So it looks like the grass is kind of overtaking a little bit of it. Like, in all honesty though, I like this a lot. There we go. It's really cute. Small, but cute. And what I can do from here is just... I could take my calligraphy. Where do I want to put this? Maybe in this corner? I'm just debating. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Doop doop. I need to figure out like a good calligraphy way to do certain things. Because, damn. Hmm. For now, I'll just do KD. Make it a little smaller. Lighten it up a little. And I'll save that. Just in my normal stuff. Sprawling hills. Like, today is just kind of yum, yum, yum. Like, in all honesty, I've spent a lot of time just doing stuff. Like, there we go. The project is back! Like, look how much is just in that alone. I think it's finally time to move to the next layer. Like, I've spent so much time doing random things, just in general on this. And it's kind of crazy to look at it now, where my fingers are freaking having issues working at times. But I've actually gained weight as of late, which is a miracle considering my dietary habits. You know what? Fair. I am someone who needs to both gain and lose at the same time somehow, feels like. Like, I physically look like I need to lose weight, but I also need to gain weight, as my doctor has said. Because while I look it, I'm not overweight. I am quite the opposite, in fact. Which is kind of funny, on the irony of that. Nonetheless, though, I know, like, just in general, I am sad that I have to end the stream, like, earlier than normal, so, like, the 3 hours. But it happens some days. I know the stuff with my D&D group is just a bunch of drama right now, where people just can't get over themselves over certain things, and it's just dumb at this point. Where it's me and one person at this point in the group just, like, understanding, and the other three are either too busy to really care, or just overly hurt for no reason. Because I finally just kicked that person out who was causing issues, because it had gotten too far and to a point. It's just drama. That's like, I know last I heard, the person that I kicked out did, like, message everyone but me and the person who was on my side, which really says something about the fact of them knowing they did something wrong. Like, when you message the people that you don't know for sure you screwed up with the most. And I feel bad for the cousin mainly because, like, I don't know his full thoughts right now, but I know he's been dealing with lots of messages, and it's just like, yeah. So the TLDR is, with the person causing problems, is, god damn it, I did it again. I keep doing that. I keep hitting the frickin' thing with my hand. But Too Long Didn't Read, he started doing things like very main character syndrome-esque, and we talked about it, and I told him, hey, can you calm it down? He did for a while, but in all reality, he didn't. He'd constantly lie about roles. He even lied on, like, his character sheet on stuff.
Like, he said that he had a fly speed out of nowhere. Like, he was just constantly creating issues. He was taking from Spotlight. Whenever I'd say no or something failed or didn't work, he would throw a mini fit, even if he didn't always make it as publicly known. He would throw down his phone if I texted it. Like, and he was getting in the way of multiple things. Like, we're trying to have this big character moment. I just want to dispel this. It's like, it doesn't work. Well, it has to work. It doesn't work. Like, that's not how this works. Like, and then he also kept trying to basically take charge as if he were the DM. And it was pretty bad. Like, I gave him multiple chances. Like, I told him what to do and stuff. The last straws for it were when he was like, oh yeah, my goddess is just gonna give me certain things from here, etc. It's like, I never approved that. But also finding out that he lied on his stats where, like, he literally added expertise he shouldn't have had and stuff, and it was really dumb and annoying. And it's like, every time I'd try to get him to send me stuff on his character or, like, talk to me about things, he'd either ignore me or he would make a fit about it. And when he didn't, he would always try to push it of, like, oh, it'll be fine. Like, he wanted to have a spell list, a secondary spell list, as if he was level 20 because of his freaking godly thing. I'm like, closest you're gonna get is using your divine thing, and I'll use that spell list. Which he finally said yes to after a point, but even then it's like, why play the game when you can see through it? Like, exactly. Like, he really didn't get the point when, like, I even warned him before he joined. We don't care about being OP or anything. What we care about is story. Like, he was so overpowered to a point that I had to make encounters specifically targeted against him in a lot of cases, just so it would be fair. Because the other players barely got anything for it, even when he played in a supportive role. Like, it was bad. It was really bad. And then it, of course, was extremely stressful on me. And then they'd get mad at, and like, if things went wrong, people would get mad at me as the DM when it's like, I'm doing what I can. And it led to a lot of stress, a lot of pain. It ruined part of one of the character arcs, which really pissed me and that player off. And it's like, it's so annoying. And of course, every time he would start a fight on just something small, even if he was wrong, he would not admit he was wrong. Um, his cousin would just come in and say, "Can you stop fighting?" Just and basically take his side so often and stuff, where nothing would get done, and it would just leave to a point where me and the one player, especially after everything, were just dreading D&D in some cases because it took a lot of the fun out of it, which was the whole point we even started, was for fun. And it really became more of an issue over time as, like, because after a point you tell someone enough times that if they don't listen, that is on them. And I told him multiple times. I even asked him, hey, can you send me this? And I waited in between, but he never would listen. It's like, and then he would always check certain things, and he would only want certain things if it affected him positively. Like with the gambling potion, he would always check it, and he wouldn't say anything about it, and only would want it if it was a positive thing. And literally, some of the players caught on to that, and just wouldn't let him have the potion when he wanted. And it's like, it's sad that it came to that point, because it's just like, I asked so many times, and he ignored and ignored and ignored. He left the groups quietly.
but he messaged people outside. I don't know what he said to them, but I can guarantee you with a pretty good accuracy, he probably went and tried making some bullshit up, which pisses me off even more, knowing that that's probably what he did do. Because it's like, I've been friends with these people for years, and he joined in only because his cousin asked. And I don't like confrontation, but it got to that point where even I just did not care, and if the others want to blame me, they can, but they had all the chance to stand up because they had like I had it planned and like I asked their thoughts and stuff and they never answered despite reading. Was that a butt plug? No. That was just some weird thing I just drew from my brain. It was not meant to be that. But like they had plenty of time to basically like interject and say no or I don't know, maybe do this instead. But they didn't. So it's like, if you're gonna blame me, at least admit where you fucked up and stuff too. Because it's like, they won't talk to me either. Only one of them does. One of them, I understand why they can't talk to me. They're never online. They've been extremely busy at work. I don't blame her. But it's like, and I know the one other girl is just trying to keep her husband, fiance, from just breaking because something's been going on with like that they won't tell me related to in the messages that's affecting. It's like I don't even know what he said to them, but like it definitely affected them to an extent and it really annoys me. Like cuz I care about my friends. I really do. But I don't know what he said, but the fact that it's affecting his cousin this much says something, and it makes me worry. Because, like, the whole reason we started this was to just have fun, be friends, and create some weird story. And it took a lot of time to come to the decision of letting this guy go and basically saying, look, I'm I just can't do this. Like I tried so hard to make it work just for my friend. Like but it just didn't work out and it's so draining because it's just caused so much drama over someone being most likely just them being butthurt and trying to put blame. Yeah, it's like it was so fun and stuff, but this person just specifically like repeatedly just made it so much worse. And now it's affecting like our normal friendship stuff and it's like okay, this is enough. Like if I don't hear anything from them, I'm just going to outright say my side of the story fully to them because like whether they listen or not because as much as I want to talk to them personally, I'm not going to just show up to their door and go, "Hey, I'm going to talk to you." Because that's just crazy. Like I could do that, but I'm not going to because I'm not crazy. I care about my friends, I really do, but I'm not gonna just go out of my way and do something weird like that. No. I know that no matter what happens with it, I know I have someone on my side with this, and either way, D&D's on a hiatus, either way, so whatever comes of it, I just hope it's something okay. 15 minutes, important stuff, sorry. It's okay, don't worry. But yeah, like, my biggest hope is that this gets blown over, like, blows over and stuff and just gets better. Because it's at that point now where most of us are just tired of it. Almost definitely. Like, I just wish certain things worked easier for it all, and that there was less nuisance to all of it. Would have made life a little bit easier for me, and less painful. I don't know why I'm drawing this music note bird thing, but you know, it kind of reminds me of something. Like, it's made of music notes and rests and stuff. Like, I really don't know what I'm creating. I just know it looks weird as hell. Either way, though, who knows? There we go. But yeah, like, it's so much drama for no reason other than to be drama, and it's just tiring. I know for me, as a person, I can only stand so much. And with the busyness I've had, it's a whole other thing to add on top that I've had, like, no time for. Why does this sound? This is from Steven Universe, isn't it? I don't know why, that just reminded me of one of the Steven Universe songs for some reason. We got the coffee bean. I don't know. I don't remember the full words. On that distant shore, maybe I don't remember the words. I just remember certain parts. Maybe I'm not alone. Like, I remember one or two of them, but yeah. I love Mario Worlds. Great music. Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-boo. I think one of the biggest things that people forget is that this is not a pentagram, this is a star of protection. A pentagram is actually completely different. Oh, it's so weird. A pentagram is completely different. Because a pentagram has this lower part here. As you can tell, the points are at different places. And a star protection actually is more spiritual protection compared to pentagrams. Fun fact of the day with Kaya's. Like, there's a lot of stuff that, just in general, happen. I know that whatever happens with the D&D stuff, I'm just hoping it will at least blow over enough that we can get back to the sessions as just the old group we were.
Like, I don't want to add anyone new anytime soon, if at all, because it's just, at this point, after everything, I really don't want to deal with more. Not after that. And, like, my friends and I have kind of just already made the deal that if, like, they have a TPK, we're just gonna restart the campaign with new characters. Or something, or do something different. We don't know for sure. I know that whatever happens, we'll find out. I know, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. Because I do have some cool plans for the party if we ever do it again. Like, especially with story moments. I even have plans for if the TPK happens on accident. Because knowing them, it could just be a day of horrible rolls and everything goes to shit. I think the hardest thing, though, is thinking like the creatures. And remembering that it's a game and I just gotta be the creature and what the creature would do. Like, if someone went down in a pile and, like, with skeletons around, the skeletons are just gonna go for the downed creature. Unless there's another up creature attacking them nearby. Like, and then there's some that will just go straight for the kill if they get the chance. To make double sure. And it sucks, but it's literally just how some creatures and characters react. Bum, 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 bum. I know that I need to catch up with a bunch of stuff for like streamers and stuff. I just haven't had the time. And it sucks because I wish I had more time to. I'd love to do more stuff with that. If I had more time to like do stuff with like other people at different times, God, that would be so fun. I think it would be at least. I know tomorrow's Stardew Day, and I made sure we should have enough time to go for a full stream. Yay! People happy! Full stream! Because I know today I'm gonna end at like 3 hours or a little bit past. But nonetheless, I do hope everyone is well. I know. What the when the I forgot this thing existed. I'm gonna make it opening its mouth, breathing like fire. Like, I think one of the cool plot points that we've had with the party is one of them is literally part dragon. And I think it's a really cool thing. Because it added a lot to the story, especially seeing one of the characters was raised in a society where half dragons, half dragonborn, like with other species other than dragons and dragonborn, were seen and looked down upon by a lot of people and stuff in their um, region, and it created a little bit of tension, but not too much, thankfully, due to many reasons. And I think one of the craziest things of it all is knowing that, like, certain characters and their thoughts on other characters, be it relationship, etc., and it's interesting. Also, I find it funny that the gender fluid person is the changeling in our group because it's perfect for them and it fits. And they didn't even know that it could change gender like that either beforehand, so it added quite a lot of funny moments. Like, there are days where they'll just completely change their gender and just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna go as a female today. And it's weird because I try to call them by their preferred pronouns, but then I also have to refer to them as a completely different pronoun at times during that, sheerly because I'm playing the character talking to their character, and it's weird. So there's times where it's like really confusing. There are times where I'll look at like one of the female players and go, "Oh yeah, she's," and like be talking about one of the male players, and I'm just like, "Oh, sorry." Like I'll look at someone and just I'll think of their gender instead of the person I'm talking to sometimes because I'll be like doing several things at once and I don't think, and I feel so bad afterwards. Like I correct myself and stuff and like, "Oh, sorry." But that's just kind of like how my brain is sometimes where I'm like, "Oops, sorry about that." Because I don't even mean for it. It just kind of happens sometimes. Because I do try to keep to people's preferred pronouns. Even if I'm not the best with pronouns in general for anyone. It doesn't matter if you have preferred pronouns or not. I just suck at pronouns and names. So don't worry, it's not because of your pronoun. It's just because I suck. Like, in all honesty, that's kind of the truth of it. It's just sad, but it happens. I know that either way, they seem okay with it as long as like I am respectful. I'm like, yeah, because God, I suck with names in general too. The only reason I remember my friends' names is because they're my friends, and I remember like certain names more than others. Like I'm more likely to remember a name the more I see a person or hear the name or the bigger of impact they've had on me. So that's definitely one of the reasons that like I'll be more likely. It just depends on a lot of stuff. A lot of factors. Otherwise, I just completely forget. And part of that's because I get distracted easily. I'll just be like, ooh, bug. I am very ADHD. And I find it ironic when one of my parents, when my mom specifically is like, do we need to get like a memory test for you or something? It's like, no, that's literally my ADHD. I've already talked to my freaking doctor about it. Like, there's not much I can do about it. Yeah, like, I'll forget some of the most basic things sometimes. Like, oh shit, did I? Oh shit, I forgot to eat. Like, that type of stuff sometimes. And it's kind of weird, but it's also normal for me, so. Oop. No, I am excited for Stardew tomorrow because we're going to be in winter and we get to see more of this stuff. But also, tomorrow's Friday. And I actually have more time that if we decide to, we could technically go over in terms of time. So that is a plus. I also forgot to frickin' talk to my friend to figure out how the raid stuff works for channels you're not following. Because once I can figure that out, I'll start like raiding out to like other smaller streamers, maybe bigger streamers. Who knows? It depends. And we'll kind of see how that goes.
because I know, like, everyone deserves a bit of love, and I think most of us can agree on that. I know Skizzleman uploaded a Hermitcraft episode this morning. I just didn't watch it because I didn't have the time before stream. So I am excited to see that later tonight when I'm actually like free for a little bit. Cuz I usually like take a little bit of free time right before bed to watch something. So I'm probably going to use the chance to watch some Skiz. Cuz I like Skiz. He's funny, pretty interesting. I think it'd be cool. I love how we have all these random things here. Like, something about it's just so fun. You ever wonder, I don't know if you saw the Super Bowl, but oh my god, I found it so hilarious, some of the stuff SpongeBob said. Like, there was one line in there that kind of was like, wait a minute, because it was SpongeBob reacting to Plankton, and it was something like, this is why we didn't work out type thing. I'm like, wait, SpongeBob dated Plankton? And it's funny because the voice actor for Karen is actually the voice actor for SpongeBob's actual wife. So that's actually kind of funny to me. So for all we know, maybe. I can't remember the voice actor for Plankton's name. Also, it's really funny when you get to hear certain stuff like the voice actor for Moxie from Hell of a Boss is the same one who did Chaos for Skylanders. So it's really funny when you take the Skylanders things like, um, for example, when the Trap Team thing, like you capture Chaos and he can talk in the thing. It's funny to think of it more like, and just replace the thing with like, are you fucking with me? Like, something about it is really funny to me. Just the thought of like that coming out after like you capture him. I just find it really funny. Squidward's doing his wiggle dance. That's not ominous at all. Somehow I made it more ominous. That's like if I saw this in like the corner of my room, I would actually be horrified. Just Squidward dancing in the darkness. I also got sent something where someone took if any of you know the S I'm making, we can't have one of these without making one. But I'm trying to remember how to make it. I think it's like, and then yeah. But like it was a donut shaped like this S in a way, and it was freaking weird to see, in all honesty. And I found that kind of cool. So who knows what's to come of that donut. Probably got eaten by now, but still pretty cool. I've seen some weird stuff go for sale on the internet before. Like, I still think about the Cheeto that looked like Harambe that got sold for like, God, I don't even remember the exact amount. It was like a couple thousand, if not more.
There's some stuff that is just so expensive on the internet for no godforsaken reason that it's actually kind of insane. Just remember, be a self-made man. Get daddy's money and be a self-made man from your billionaire parents. I mean, what? That's basically how it feels sometimes when I see it. Like, God, I wish. Like, oh boy. Foom! The fires of. I don't know. But it's a fire. Fire! I love Mario music. If I got a choice between Mario or Pokemon music, it would be so difficult. Same for if Zelda was added to that. Like, for me specifically. It'd be very difficult because I love all of their music tracks, and Pokemon has some pretty good tracks. And it would have to be a thing, like, if it's between every single game, then it's extremely difficult. If it's between certain games like Mario Galaxy, um like Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Scarlet and Violet, Breath of the Wild would be out. um it would be between Galaxy and Scarlet and Violet, and it really depends on the mood. If I want something that's like a lot more calm and chill, I would go for the Galaxy. But if I want just some more like upbeat tunes, I'd go for Scarlet and Violet. But overall, it just kind of depends because Pokemon has some really good bangers in there in all its games for all types of things. Same for Mario. Like, a lot of it just kind of depends. That's kind of the thing that I've been thinking of is what would I do with that if I could? Because if I had to listen to one specifically, I don't know what I would listen to. Because even then, like with Zelda games, you got some really good bangers in there, like Gerudo Valley, um, and many more. Like, frickin', oh my god. I actually learned how to do Song of Time a long time ago, but I know I barely remember. Like, I could pull out my ocarina and try and play, but it would probably. But with my mic on and stuff, I don't think it would work too well. At least not right now. You know, if it weren't for the fact that, like, when I get sick, I would totally stream if it weren't for the fact that whenever I get sick, it affects my throat and it burns to speak a lot of the times. Like, I would totally stream while sick if it didn't, do that. I'd probably do like it. I could technically do silent streams for the when I'm sick, but I don't know how those would turn out really. That kind of removes the whole interaction part for the most part for some games. Plus, it also removes the story aspect that I get to just talk about shit. But I'd need to look into that and think. Even then, rest is more important in a lot of cases. I just think about it because I know, like, my sister was recently pretty sick. And I know with allergy season coming up, my allergies are gonna suck. So, like, you might just have moments where I mute myself and blow my nose, etc. So I don't blow out your eardrums with my trumpet nose. But, yeah. I think this is a pretty good stopping point for today. We added more to this chaos. Let's just kind of go over some of the stuff we did today. So we added more to this.
we were able to, if I open up this, we were able to get this done to some point. We got this. We got our talking emote. And then our no talk. So we actually got quite a bit done today. I'm honestly proud of myself for getting quite a bit done today. Like that. Sometimes it just takes forever to draw some of these, other times it doesn't. Just depends. So yeah. I'm either gonna do this one or this one. So one of these. So it'll go like this, and then this when I talk, or this one and then this. I think this is just gonna be more when I'm talking. Like, I think that would just work better. Though this would still be funny for, like, some days. Just me doing that and then just talk. Either way, all of them are pretty cool. Um, but I'll leave you off with some Megalovania. And I will see you guys next time. I'm sorry this can't be a longer stream today. I do hope you all have wonderful days. Just remember, exclamation mark Discord. Oh, I forgot to, there we go. Discord. In the chat, we have a Discord where I update, I mention things, like if I'm sick, I announce when I'm going live, where we have our community and stuff. Welcome back, Shitsfight. Literally right when I have to leave because I have a few minutes before I have to go to an appointment. Yeah. This has happened a few times, hasn't it, Shitsfight? But we also have exclamation mark YouTube, where I have, I believe the ending batch, it either ended yesterday or it should end tomorrow, I believe, of videos. I can actually check eventually. But that's where I'm going to be uploading VODs and stuff, so if you want to watch a VOD, catch up on any series, you have the YouTube. But I do hope you all have a great rest of your days, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. See ya, guys!